Los Angeles. I'm Jenny Taft here with Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp. Good morning.
How you doing, Skip?
Oh, boy.
Well, you know what? The Dallas Cowboys played a completely meaningless game at the Giants yesterday, so there's no reason for me to say, how about them Cowboys?
No reason.
How about that 10-6? How about winning 7 of the last 8? How about that, Shannon? You celebrating for me? I appreciate that very much.
Start.
Way to go.
I'm getting an early start.
Yeah, okay.
Because I told you, Philly
thank
would go.
you.
Didn't I tell you? Hold on. Didn't I tell you Philly would run the table, make the playoffs?
Oh,
they did.
You? I don't think you told me that.
I told you that.
I don't remember that.
But I also told you about on tour. We're going to talk about on tour. Do you like my ball?
Where did you find that?
Somebody's trying to distract the audience from what happened yesterday.
Why would I try and distract you?
Because here they come.
You're in the playoffs, Skip. Enjoy
Ready or not?
it. Why you can't
Ready
enjoy
or not?
it?
Here they come.
Why you can't enjoy it and let me enjoy my moment?
I'm enjoying my moment more than you are.
Me too.
Yeah. Okay. Happy New Year.
No, I ain't no Happy New Year. It ain't happy. It's New Year, but it ain't happy.
Well, maybe it's Happy Jerry. How about that?
Okay.
We have a lot to be happy about. All right, we have a lot to get to on today's show. Is Tom Brady looking like the GOAT again, heading into the playoffs?
Yeah.
That's a big smile from Skip. Yep. And speaking of GOAT talk, did LeBron convince everyone that he is better than Jordan? These two are going to have a lot to say about that one, but we're going to start with the Cowboys. They already had the number 4 seed locked up, but nobody told Dak Prescott. He played the entire game and was awesome, throwing for nearly 400 yards with 4 touchdown passes, including 3 to tight end Blake Jarwin. Dallas was down by 7 late in the 4th quarter when Dak hit Cole Beasley for an unbelievable touchdown on 4th down. The Cowboys converted the 2-point conversion, went on to win 36-35. Next up, they'll host the Seahawks Saturday on Fox. Let's take a listen to Jerry and Dak after the game.
Going into this game, playing the New York Giants, wanting to get win number 10, this meant a lot to us, and you saw it out there, just the intensity that we played with, the ups and the downs, and just how we stayed through it, and just stayed positive, knowing that we were going to give ourselves a chance to come out on the end. It was a great win.
I didn't think we'd have that exciting a ball game as it turned out, and I don't believe you could have drawn that up for our fans or for the players and created a better way to step into the playoffs.
All right, Shannon, what did Dak prove to you yesterday?
I thought it was his best game of his career. Given the circumstances, no Zeke, no Tyron Smith, no Zach Martin. Now, we knew going into the ball game that Zach Martin was not going to play, but Jerry made it abundantly clear everyone else was going to play. And then at the very last minute, Zeke was a healthy scratch, Tyron Smith was a healthy scratch. And for Dak to play as well as he did, because this was a very similar scenario, Skip, to what he had last year. Remember, 6 games, no Zeke Elliott. 6, 7, 8 games maybe, no Tyron Smith. And Dak was not able to perform like he performed yesterday. And it wasn't, throwing the Blake Jarwin. I wasn't impressed with him throwing the ball from the pocket. Skip, him being able to move outside of the pocket and throw the ball with the accuracy in which he threw the ball with yesterday. And if everyone, when they talk about Dak Prescott, the first thing comes out of their mouth, Skip, is what? Accuracy. He's not as accurate as I think he needs to be. That's what everyone says. But that throw to Cole Beasley is going to be hard for you to find a better throw at any point in time in the 2018 season than what he did under those circumstances. And give Cole Beasley a catch. And when I saw it, I was like, that's a touchdown. 1 knee equals 2 feet. For him to throw that ball with the accuracy, and he had a couple of those throws. He hit Michael Gallup on the move. He hit Alan Hearns on the move. And the 2-point conversion. I like that because Jason Garrett basically said, look, now I can run the risk, kicking this field goal, kicking this PAT, run the risk of us going into overtime and getting someone hurt. Either I'm going to win it or I'm going to lose it here. But the one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the ball in my quarterback's hand and I'm going to put him on the move and ask that he makes a play. And Dak Prescott made a play. So for me, Skip, this was the most impressive that I've seen. And he's had some impressive. I mean, when you win as many games as he has in his first 3 years, you 2 times you win the NFC East. But I thought yesterday, given the circumstances in which he played with, he was unbelievable. Early it was a little shaky because they, Eli was Eli. I expect 2019 to be kind of like 2018 for Eli. He was kind of awful. And he kind of be back next year. He'll be awful again. But I'm here today, Skip. And I'm very critical. I grade harsh, and I don't oh Dak did this. No. Yesterday I had to take my hat off. if I had my stocking cap, I had a stocking wave cap on. I took it off and said, Dak, congratulations, because you earned praise for the way you played yesterday. In a meaningless ball game, there's nothing. We see a lot of teams, they're deactivating guys, and Tom Coughlin said there are some guys that are unprofessional. You didn't get that from the Cowboys. They played this game as if they're playing for their life to get into the playoffs. And that's what you like to see. But moving forward, what he showed me, he's ready for the playoffs.
So, you getting scared?
No, absolutely not.
You see this team going farther and farther and farther in the playoffs?
Why can't you just accept the praise that I gave Dak?
Because it was grudging praise through clenched teeth from the president of the Cowboy Haters fan club, who finally said, well, I got to give him a little bit of praise. He can't throw it from the pocket, but when he gets outside the pocket, he's really good. That's what I just heard.
No, that's not what I said.
I thought that's what it's. My turn. Thank you very much. So, Jason Garrett did a really dumb thing yesterday that Dak Prescott turned into a really great thing. Because...
Are you sure that's Jason's call? It wasn't Jerry's call? Are you sure?
Okay, let's do this. Jason and Jerry did a really dumb thing. Okay. Or if you want, just Jerry did a really dumb thing. But obviously, it was said all week that Ezekiel Elliott was not going to play. And it was pretty clear all week that Zach Martin and then Tyron Smith were not going to play. And then Tuafilo got hurt early in the game. He was gone. So you're down 3 starting offensive linemen. And you wind up letting your quarterback play the entire game of an entirely meaningless football game, which is the last game of the year. That is high-risk insanity to me. And I spent the whole game on the edge of my seat and sometimes rolling on the floor because I just didn't want to see the inevitable, which was somebody was going to get hurt. I thought Van Der Esch got hurt, and I'm still not sure he wasn't hurt worse than they're letting on. He got kicked in the shin by his partner, Jalen Smith, and the look on his face was scary looking. It was the look of, uh-oh, something really bad just happened. He came back on for a PAT and manned up in a spot, you know. But still, I don't know. Did he break a bone? I don't know. Maybe we'll hear something today. Hopefully not. He said it was minor. But I just kept waiting for an incredibly durable quarterback, Dak Prescott, to be in harm's way because the Giants were playing everybody on defense, and they do not like the Dallas Cowboys. And they couldn't spoil their season because the season was already locked up, and they still had the game at home next week, the playoff game. But they could sure spoil the whole big picture if they knocked Dak out of the game. And don't think they were thinking about it if they got their shots.
Or send them into the playoffs with a loss.
Or that would have been something to hang your hat on for the rest of the offseason. But if Dak had gotten hurt, then for me, Jason Garrett was going to get fired, at least by me sitting in this chair today. Probably not by Jerry, but that's what you were risking. I've never seen that much risk taken. At halftime, he played a really nice first half, and I was like, okay, thank you, God. We got through that. Just let it be, Jason. And Jason would not let it be because Dak Prescott was in his ear the whole game campaigning, let me go, let me go, let me go, because we need to win this game. And then Dak Prescott went out and won the game against long odds, really. I thought the Giants had won the game about 4 different times. But Dak Prescott kept saying no. So Dak Prescott, the most unfairly criticized quarterback in all of pro football, and it's not just from your seat, it's from a lot of seats. A lot of people just don't believe in Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott showed you once again he is the biggest reason this team, I believe, is going to go deep into the playoffs. He is the biggest reason this team is going to beat Seattle next Saturday night at Jerry World. He is the driving force of this team, not Ezekiel Elliott, because he showed you yesterday he could get it done without Zeke.
But where was that last year, Skip? Everybody keeps saying Zeke went away for 6 games. You made all these excuses. No Tyron Smith. But when he didn't get it done, it was all their fault because they let him down. Now he gets it done. They don't need him.
So last year, the Dallas Cowboys went 9-7, missing Zeke for 6 games, but had Zeke's suspension hanging over the team and distracting the team from the first day of training camp forward. Am I right about that? And last year, very quietly, Dak Prescott led all of the whole league. He led it last year. This year, he was second in game-winning drives to Drew Brees. Is there any shame in that? No, that's pretty good. Would you believe that in Dak's first 3 seasons in the National Football League, He leads all quarterbacks in game-winning drives. Does he get credit for that?
Yes.
No. I mean, nobody ever brings it up because he can't throw. He's inaccurate. He holds the ball too long. He does this, he does that. He gets picked to pieces, but nobody steps back and sees the bigger picture because the good far outweighs the bad. He is the leader of this football team, and he is the fourth quarter clutch playmaker for this football team. Not Ezekiel Elliott. This guy
Well, of course, Skip, look, it's hard for a running back when he doesn't touch the ball. The quarterback has to hand him or throw him the ball. So normally there's never saying that Terrell Davis doesn't have 25 game-winning drives. That goes to the quarterback. So, Skip, you know everything is catered and weighted towards the quarterback and whether or not he plays well. So he's going to get criticized because he gets all the credit like you're heaping on now. You're not mentioning his offensive line. You're not mentioning guys making plays for him. All you're mentioning is him. So he should get the lion's share of the blame when things go bad.
Okay, so without 3/5 of his offensive line and without Ezekiel Elliott yesterday against the starting Giants defense at the Giants.
Correct.
He throws for almost 400 yards and 4 touchdowns without an interception. So he threw for 148 of those yards in the fourth quarter, including the throw of the day in the National Football League. That was something. I'm with you. Again, he bolts the pocket left. He's throwing crossbody against his body, and he throws a strike to little measly Beasley, who he got his knee down. It was a big-time catch.
But Olivier Vernon had him dead to right. He blew by the left tackle, and Dak had enough presence to wheel out. Almost Tony Romo-esque.
It was.
And then he threw a strike.
Please don't put Tony Romo in the same sentence with Dak Prescott because he doesn't deserve to be there.
Stop it, Skip.
He does not deserve to be there. So with only 51 yards rushing yesterday from a collection of backs, Dak did that. And I'm going to remind you that in the fourth quarter and overtime against the Eagles, which was a turning point game at Jerry World that they just had to win,
he
threw for 243 in the fourth quarter and overtime with 3 touchdowns and no interceptions, but he can't throw. He is inaccurate.
Skip, that's not what they said. They didn't say he couldn't throw. They said his accuracy, which holds him back from being as good or as good as he can be.
Okay, so I got another stat for you. Process this one for me, Mr. Hall of Famer.
I sure can.
Through Dak Prescott's first 3 seasons, he has completed 61.1% of his passes. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That is the all-time highest completion percentage in the history of pro football. No quarterback through his first 3 seasons has completed a higher percent of his passes than Dak Prescott has completed through his first 3 regular seasons. Is that good? I mean, to me, that's like sensationally good, right?
So let me ask you a question. Where is he at yards per attempt and touchdown passes?
Thank you. I'm glad you asked me that. So in yards per attempt, Dak is at 7.4, and that is ahead of Aaron Rodgers for the last 3 years, who's at 7.3, and Carson Wentz is at 7.0 yards per attempt. So you can give me Dak and Dunk, okay?
Yeah.
But he's throwing it farther per attempt than Aaron Rodgers or Carson Wentz are throwing. Is that good?
That's good.
I'd say that's good.
Yeah.
So I rest my case, Look, Your Honor. I rest my case. I mean, it's Aaron Rodgers and the best quarterback in the NFC, quote unquote. And again, he's completed 61.1%, but he's inaccurate. He can't throw, but he's completed the most anybody's ever completed.
In their first 3 seasons.
In the first 3 seasons, but it's hard, man. He's got thrown into the fire as a rookie. Is that good? He's the Dallas Cowboy quarterback. No seat gets hotter than the Dallas Cowboy quarterback.
I'll give you that, Skip, but don't pretend like Russell Wilson did not have an all-time great first 3 years, okay? Because he went to the playoffs.
I love Russell Wilson.
He won the Super Bowl.
I respect him. Okay. I'm afraid of him next Saturday night.
You should be.
But I believe in my quarterback in that game on that stage more than I believe in Russell Wilson.
And he's 35-9 this year, but that's neither here nor there. Let's get back, because Jenny asked me what did Dak prove. I think he proved a lot more for the simple fact, since that overtime win against Philly, Amari Cooper's been a no-show.
I wouldn't say a no-show. He did have a drop yesterday. But,
okay. And he's getting frustrated because he had to slant and go, and Dak overthrew him again. Okay.
They misfired twice on deep balls. I give you that.
Okay.
Wrong page.
What happens is what you'd like to see happen when the number 1 guy, for whatever reason, maybe they take him away, maybe you're not on the same wavelength that day. You need to see second auxiliary guys, your second, your third guy step up. Blake Jarwin. He stepped up.
I have a new name for Blake Jarwin. Shannon Jarwin. He's got some Shannon Sharp in him. We've got number 89.
one game,
When in doubt, throw it to 89. He had 3 touchdowns yesterday, 3 touchdown catches. Did Jason Witten ever score 3 touchdowns again? He did not.
I did see.
You have to go back to 1973 to find a Cowboy tight end, Billy Jokes, with 3 touchdowns in a game.
As a matter of fact,
that's another 89.
He wore 89.
He did.
89.
Shannon Jarwin, I love him.
Whatever, Skip.
Yeah.
He's not. Anyway, Michael Gallup stepped up, made plays. Alan Hearns stepped up.
He made one big one. Yep.
But that's what you have to see, Skip, because what we were seeing early on before they got Coop, nobody was stepping up. And they said, well, they need a number 1, yada, yada, yada. And guys were saying, we're open, we're not.
Okay, they are able to step up because of the presence of number 19.
Yes.
Even if he's not connecting with the regularity he was for a while with Dak, he's still out there and you still have to double him.
But the mistake that Dak made last year is that when other guys weren't stepping up, he would force the ball to Dez. He's not forcing it now. He's spreading it around, and guys are making plays, which puts his mind at ease to let him know I do not have to force it to Amari Cooper. So with that, I believe they can get back, but this should not come as a surprise because this has kind of been Coop's history. He'll explode for a month, and then he somewhat disappears. That's his history. So I don't know why everybody's like, oh, my God, Amari Cooper. Look at Oakland.
Would you rather have him or not have him? I'll take him.
Well, he's one of the reasons the Cowboys are here now.
Okay. And guess who came back yesterday? I've been warning you about this. Little number 10 came back yesterday. Tavon Austin, he can fly. What happened on the go for broke, win or else 2-point try? What happened on that play? Do you remember? You remember what the action was on that play?
Yeah,
it was jet sweep action, fake to Tavon. You don't think Tavon's speed just froze the defense for a crucial half a second? It's number 10. Jet sweep.
Well, the hard action away put 24 automatically in the trail position.
Yep.
And so it was a great play.
But it helps to have somebody who can fly at that spot.
Yeah.
Because you have to respect his speed. And trust me, now Seattle's going to have to work on this week.
Say that worry about him. Good. Because he ain't no but little gadget guy.
Okay, little gadget guy can hurt you bad. No, and he hurt a lot of teams early this year in those first 4 games. He was the guy who was getting behind people on the deep ball.
Well, what's so disappointing, I mean, watching the game, you see they picking up these 3rd downs. Guys are playing outside leverage, and Cole Beasley's running the same route. He's running a slant route on 35, 36. And they're playing off, and they let him inside release.
Okay, but if he's single covered, he's hard to cover. If he's bracketed, not so hard to cover. Well, right?
Well, if you're not gonna impede the guy's progress, and you're just gonna let him come out the ball scot-free and not put hands on him, yeah, he's gonna catch that ball 10 times out of 10.
Okay. So now, as a Dallas Cowboy fan, I always say I'm an objective Dallas Cowboy fan. I'm going to give you some raw objectivity about what I've been seeing over the last 4 games. This is the reason I fear the most on Saturday night. My defense, you called earlier last week, amazing. It has not been amazing for the last 4 weeks. It's been amazingly bad the last 4 weeks. If I may just throw these numbers at you. Last 4 games, that's Philly, at Indy, Tampa, and then at the Giants. Those 4 games, they are 26th in the league in points allowed. They are 29th in yards allowed. They are 31st in 3rd downs allowed. That's horrendously bad for a defense that held Drew Brees to 3 of 11 on 3rd down and 10 total points.
Well, that's what happens, Skip. Sometimes you hold that offense and what they were doing, you hold them down, you start to believe that you're better, and maybe you don't pay attention to the details.
Okay.
And you see what happened. Skip, you can't let Eli get 35 on you.
He got 35. It was a shootout. Dak had to win a shootout with the Eli Manning.
And I can't name any of his receivers.
Okay.
I mean, he got guys, Benny Fowler III, who was released from Denver, Corey Latimer, who was always awesome.
Latterman made a sweet one-handed catch. And it was a good throw. Good throw, really good catch.
But in that situation, Skip, you can't get in the shootout with a team that's 5 and 10 at that point.
That team had total offense of 441 yards against my defense at full strength. I didn't see anybody resting on defense. Maybe I missed somebody, but I didn't see them. Eli Manning and company went 9 of 18 on 3rd and 4th down.
That's a lot of 3rd down.
That won't work.
That's a lot of 3rd down.
No, it just won't work. It won't. You can't win that way, so they're going to have to rise and re-shine on Saturday night, or Russell Wilson will throw a party on them. What'd you say he has for the year?
35 and 9.
35 and 9. Well, he's licking his chops then over this defense.
Why
but again,
wouldn't he?
this defense you called amazing. You said they're amazing, so maybe they got to be amazing on Saturday, and maybe they'll come back.
Because the thing that he can do, that Russell can do, Skip, the thing that he does better than most quarterbacks is get off script. A lot of guys have to play. Whatever you call, they have to do that. But that's not him. His improvisational skills are second to none in the NFL. So when the play break down, not only can he go get you 25, 30 yards with his legs, Skip, he also has the arm capacity to throw the ball over your head. And he'll run around, pirouette, and start forward, and all of a sudden you get you coming up, and the next thing you know, there's Tyler Lockett or there's Dougie Baldwin. So he'll find ways to manufacture plays. But the one thing they can do better than any other team in the NFL, they can run it. They can run it. Now, it might be by committee, but at the end of the day, it's the same thing.
Yep.
The #1 running team in all of football.
Yep. I'm smelling Diet Dew on this game.
Oh, really?
And you probably can't smell Diet Dew, but I can. I have a nose for Dew because I've won a lot of it. We're clean now. We went back to square one, right?
I'll get it back.
Yep. And here we come with some big Diet Dew on this game. I can smell it.
2019 will be good.
I can smell it.
Oh, yeah, 2019, I'm going to blow up like the Hindenburg. Big thing. I see big things in my future.
You know what? You just said it better than I could. You're going to blow up like the Hindenburg.
I see big
What happened? Do you remember what happened to the Hindenburg? It just blew completely up.
It did.
It wrecked. It fell out of the sky.
It wasn't a blimp, Skip.
Trying to
It's dirigible.
mesmerize this guy with you.
Ooh, I see big things. Jenny.
Okay.
Ooh, I see big things in my future, Skip.
I do. I can see blue, cowboy blue.
No, I can't.
Yeah, I can see
Maybe a little bit
And
in
that
there.
dude,
blue.
I'm gonna get some of that dude back on Saturday. I just want them to know, NFL, like, y'all messing with my movie schedule. Because Saturday nights, I normally do my thing. This is my thing.
Yep.
Y'all interfering.
Hey, there's no better movie in the world than the Dallas Cowboys.
It is.
You know what? No better script than Dallas Cowboys. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they're going to do it.
I
on
might
Saturday
watch
night.
Bird Box wide on. I heard that's pretty good.
I
That's too scary
heard it
for me.
wasn't very good.
Now stop it, Skip. Baby.
I heard it wasn't. I did. Several of my friends. didn't like
45 million said it was.
I
good.
don't know.
He's got one movie to watch next week.
Yep.
and,
You know what? You better watch this
Cowboys
game blindfolded
Stars.
because that's what Bird Box. You know, if you look, you die, and if you look at my Cowboys, you're going to die.
And then guess what?
Yeah.
The horror flick coming. Yeah, the remake.
Here we go.
Let's see if they can keep the momentum going. That's why Dak wanted to get the win. They did it. Another team heading to the playoffs. Tom Brady